This is Mike Hamilton, Lithia Toyota, and today we're going to take a look at a very popular trim package in the 4Runner, the TRD Pro. This is a pre-owned 2019, but really the vehicle is virtually identical to a 2022, other than just a few little cosmetic things that are going on. But today what I'm doing in this video is going over why the 4Runner TRD Pro will not make a really good overland vehicle, and what needs to happen to a 4Runner to make a good overland vehicle, and what model package I believe would be the best model package for you to buy if you're looking into getting into true overland.
So let's point out the obvious right away, being a 19, and look at the price on this. And this is market price. They don't just grab prices out of the air or used car managers. Those come from what they've been selling for, what they've been going for based off of Kelly Blue Book and Mannheim Auction Report. So right away, if you're looking at a new TRD Pro, and this is not included in every store, it's going to have some sort of a markup on them, but as far as the MSRP alone, the vehicle is about 11 or 12,000 more dollars than a TRD off-road that gives you the same things with a rear diff locker, same engine transmission, and the crawl control modes that are available to this vehicle. So that's the obvious right away, is the $11,000 or $12,000 in difference in MSRP, which could be spent to really beef up the vehicle to make it really overland worthy. Second of all, you just get a stock bumper on here. It's made of plastic. We don't have any custom overland type bumper with winches or anything like that, so you're going to have to add on your custom front bumper with your winching system. These got pretty nice tires on them, but these look like about 33s. When you're going to upgrade to 35s, then we got to get into a lift kit. Like a really good one I know of is like old man Emu. So anyways, these do have the gas charged Fox shocks. They're a little bit dirty on this one, but these are those springs, those shocks are tuned to this vehicle being a stock vehicle, so it's not going to be able to carry any payload. And when we started adding on roof rack tents and bigger wheels, also too, like you're going to have to, with bigger wheels, 35s or 37s, we got to upgrade our brakes, our steering, on our suspension, bigger springs. Anyway, and also too, the armor underneath is pretty basic here. We have a front aluminum type skid plate on here that's going to get bent up easy. It's not going to be a really good one. We want to do something like Boreon steel, and then an RCI skid plate system that's going to be able to handle and cover, really armor the bottom. Also too, all show no go. This isn't the Toyota ones. They're called Predator 2 sets, but these are very similar. These are worthless. They're going to snag on the rocks and tear up. You need rock sliders on here to cover the side for boulders and going over rocks and all those other things. TRD Pro rims are plenty fine, adding a larger wheel to it. And then we got to get the upgraded like King shocks and stuff that are tuned for the payload that you're doing on here. Definitely like air cleaners and other things to get it to breathe better, give it a little bit more power. This roof rack is a waste of money, because if you're going to put the tent up there, then that's just money that you're spending on that for no reason at all. Decking system that's going to go in here. Most people will have a deck system that are really overlanding that goes into this back here. Again, adding more payload to the vehicle, and it's not going to handle the weight without adding heavier springs, heavier shocks, adding heavier steering components, armor in this vehicle, and putting larger brakes on them, bigger brake calibers like Brembo's or other manufacturers that will handle bigger brakes. You're not going to have any of that on there. which will be a necessary feature. And also, like too, like a lot of people want to put in a full-size spare with the metal bumper that goes to the back. So if you blow a tire on the trail, you have a full-size spare available. I think, well, you have a spare underneath, but again, that's not it's full size, but it's not as full width. I believe it's not the tire that you're getting here, so that would make it difficult if you're really out like doing like Rubicon Trail or any of those other things. Other than that, then also lighting and stuff. When you're out at nighttime, you just got stock lighting. You're going to want to have LED light bars and maybe KC lights and other things, so you could have you know, 20,000 lumens, things that would be needed. And so again, this vehicle is a good vehicle if you're just looking for something right out of the box that you can go off-roading. But as far as it being really off-road worthy and capable, the whole underneath this vehicle has to be addressed to make it more suspension, better tires, better brakes, better springs, better shocks, better armor, all those things. Also too, you have the synthetic Softex leather in here. My preference would be with the base TRD off-road would be the cloth interior. It's going to make it a little bit lighter. So that's the preference. You get the TRD off-road premium, gives you the same features of this, but that's about another $3,000 add-on. Again, like as far as when you're going to do a lot of stuff to your vehicle, you have like $11,000 of difference in this vehicle when it's when you're talking about a stock brand new TRD Pro, which is back off the test drive here, and these customers are considering it, I'm sure. But anyways, that's something to like consider. Again, a lot of the stuff is going to have to come off and be addressed, and you know, more basically better approach and departure angles, changing out those bumpers. Like it's got a, for Toyota world, that's a pretty good degree of approach angle on this vehicle and breakover. But you know, with higher taller tires and a lift, you're gonna have better breakover, and then better, you want probably a little better departure angle so you don't do scrape the butt coming off of stuff all the time. So these are things you're going to be looking at and spending money on if you're going to be doing overlanding type things too. So, you know, also adding like extra fuel cans and water and stuff and all these other things for camping that you're going to need. You're going to like, remember, there's going to be a lot of weight, full tanks of fuel. That's going to make the vehicle heavy. So all that stuff's going to add on to this, and you go out really off-roading on this vehicle under Payload. What you will have, you will be breaking stuff. I watch these guys that are recovery guys, Trail Mater on YouTube, and also Matt's Off-Road Recovery. Go check out their channels. But you'll see all the time, and it's not just Toyota, it's all the brands. Anything that's stock and you're out there trying to really wheel on the rocks, things are going to break. So having better quality equipment is going to be a necessary thing for you to have a good time and not be stranded and be calling one of those guys to get you out. Again, Mike Hamilton. So just a quick overview on overlanding versus stock off-roading and the capabilities. I'd even take if I was doing an overland rig, I'd take an SR5 over this model, just based off of like the price point and all the equipment that I could add on for the money that I could use that money to buy, you know, nice tents and nice armoring and better wheels and lifts and better suspension, better steering components, better brakes, all these things that I'm going to need if I'm going to really truly go overlanding and not put myself in a situation where I'm way out in the sticks and I'm stuck because I'm broken because my stock stuff broke because it can't handle what it's going through. So anyways, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.